Welcome back, guys. Today's video is of course on Bitcoin and doing a market update. Generally when I do videos on this channel, my altcoins perform better YouTube wise compared to the market update, but I can't in good conscience make any good altcoin recommendations. I'll still give some that I'm looking at a little bit, but the market is just still bleeding again. And at the moment, it just really looks like we want to test more to the downside, unfortunately. So in this video, I'm going to cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, some altcoins that we're looking at and the overall thoughts on the market. I do pride myself on trying to be as honest and genuine with you guys. I don't want to be someone just shilling at every single million crypto. So support the channel, hit the subscribe button, and let's try and get this channel to 2,000 subscribers because, well, we need to band together during these tough times. So here we go. We have Bitcoin at the moment still going through this channel between the 58K and the 73K region. I will say that a lot of people will say it's quite good that we're testing this region, that we're just kind of going back and forth. But you have to remember, sometimes a channel can be playing out a lot longer before it breaks out. And that's exactly what happened with this crypto injected protocol. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, I was actually really liking this crypto because, you can see you kind of churn through this period and you go up, and then you start to really get this meteoric rise where you're just going up. So you can see churn, pull up. But sometimes when you're churning, you're just going sideways for a while, it could actually be to the downside. And so you're looking at this crypto and you're like, okay, yeah, this has been going sideways. And you finally get your hit to the $53 mark only to come down and really bleed down. So I'm giving injected protocol as an example of what other cryptos can do. So once it breaks the channel, it's time to short. There's just no way around it. Okay, now again, at the time, it can be quite tough to call because you're just going through this channel here. But once you break the $29 mark, you can see clean cut right through it, and you get some big volume trying to support the market. People take profit at the $29 mark, and you can see right here, and then immediately getting rejected and on the way down. And so I'm just trying to draw this up as an example of what can happen to cryptocurrency, where you're going through a churn phase, and so we could be going like this, and that's what could be at play. Okay, so that's the little bit disappointing part at the moment. For now, Bitcoin is still looking relatively strong when compared to other cryptos, but your thought process should be, how can I gear up for 2025? Because I feel, even though there's a lot of emotions happening in the market right now, I feel a lot of this is just because of inflation and how stubborn it is. And so the market's still up, right? If I go to the S&P 500, it's still up like crazy. I mean, look at this. Okay, it's still up very, very high, and it's just a time to test and take a breather. But you can see we're still so high. That doesn't mean we're gonna have a quick crash. The people who are pumping the S&P 500 are the ones who really know that the economy is going to be doing great in a few months. And the economy is doing great. That's why they're hitting the brakes a bit, but that's going to flow onto other things. So you want to be buying cryptocurrencies that are very, very good, very reliable, that are not going to go against you too much. It's very easy to make money in crypto, but it's so easy to lose your gains very quick. And so that's the approach I take, which is, okay, can you have cryptocurrencies that are not going to break against you or go against you too hard? And if they do go against you too hard, you need to exit the position, you need to recalibrate, wait for the dip to come back, and we'll wait for some support to come to the market. And so that's why I look at charts every day, because I want to know when the support is coming into the market. And so let's go over a few cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at. Without further ado, let's just go right into it. First one is, of course, is BTC. This one is way overvalued. I would not be getting any BTC at this point. People say you can buy BTC at any price. I completely disagree with that, because I mean, BTC can go against you, upwards of 50%, and that's exactly what happened. Came at 68 all the way down, and if you can hit stomach going all the way down to 16K, bravo. But the returns really aren't there. And so BTC is definitely overvalued in my opinion. You want to wait for it to come down to the 52K region-ish. But your returns, if you want BTC, you really should be looking at Ethereum if you want a safe bet, because Ethereum, still very much like BTC, but it hasn't had the same run-up as BTC. So this thing has yet to run. So if you really believe that, which I do, if you really believe that Ethereum is going to touch its all-time high, you can get it now. I'm not saying to get it now, but I'm just using this as an example. And you've got about a 50 to 55% return if you believe from where it is now, it will eventually touch its all-time high. Okay, that's very, very good returns by market standards. Getting 50% return, especially in less than a year, that's very, very good. Now, I was buying personally Ethereum all throughout this phase here, so I'm quite up on Ethereum, but even if it goes down, I'm happy to add more. And that's basically my strategy at the moment, is just saying, okay, let's leave some cash aside and let's just see what happens to Ethereum, because much like Injective, where I showed that crypto, this one is on the downtrend. And so you can see very similar. Here's your churn phase, and we're sort of testing this region again, which is the $2,860 mark. And so we tested it once, twice, probably gonna test it a third time, and we'll see if we get our bounce or not. If we don't get our bounce and we cut right through it, then you're definitely going down to at least 2.7 to at least 2.1. Anyway, all this region is your area for test. And so be looking at Ethereum. You want to add more to your Ethereum bags on the dip, guys. It's just a really good cryptocurrency. The other one actually up is Solana. Solana is another crypto that I did a video on. It was actually in my market update video, so I'll link that above. But this is a crypto that is actually doing quite well, holding up pretty well during these turbulent times. Now, of course, it is still a dip, so you're going from $200 all the way down to 135, which is a cool 35% dip, which does hurt, but you can still see it staying above its 50%, which is this yellow golden line, hence strong support. Now, I want to stress, tomorrow, this thing could clean cut right through it. Cryptocurrency is a 24/7 trading market, so videos can get outdated very, very quickly. And so that's just what you take when you enter this market is while you're sleeping, something could just happen. And so basically, we're currently sitting at our 50% with Solana. And that 50% is basically at $130, 129.72 to be exact. And you can see this cryptocurrency has bounced off it a few times. So it's a nice safe buy with a nice tight stop loss. And so should it test the 50% again, this looks like a cryptocurrency that might want to be added into your bags. But much like I said about BTC, if you buy, it can go against you. Look at that, it can go against you 85, 95%, okay? Do not be getting married to any of your altcoins, no matter what the media says, no matter what other crypto YouTubers say. Do not get married to your alts. They will wreck you and wreck you hard if you hold on to them and if you be loyal. These are not good fundamental cryptocurrencies. They're all a bunch of volatile assets. Make your money, get out and put it into something more reliable, property, the S&P 500. That's the trick, right? You want to make your big gains from crypto, and then once you've made your big gains, put it into something that's safe, nice, easy, where you can get your nice 10% return a year, and you can start compounding your wealth and becoming a millionaire in no time. That's really the strategy you want to apply. Is there any other cryptocurrencies that I would recommend? Not really. I know I was actually thinking about covering Phantom a little bit. This is a cryptocurrency that's actually doing pretty well, holding up as well. Has been a little bit on my radar, mainly because you've had this rise up and you've come down all the way back down to about 70 cents at the moment, and look for some support to come at the 65-cent mark. And so you can see there is your support, and so maybe you want to add a little bit to that. But again, hyper speaking of, I'll quickly touch on TIA, because I know I did a video on this one not too long ago saying this looked really, really good. And so sometimes cryptocurrencies can just be a very, very short-term hold. It can be a couple hours, maybe a day or two, and that's exactly what happened with this one. So this is where I bought it at. I bought it around $10, and then it got to the cent, and I sold it around $11, which isn't the most in crypto, but considering I made that in about, I think it was about a day or two, 10% in a day or two, I'll take that. It's a couple $100, so you know that's a win in my book. And now we're waiting. Is this still one to pick up? Maybe if it gets back down to the $8.80 mark, so that would be around here. That's where the support came, or the $10 mark, which is currently where it's at. So you wouldn't want to see it breaking the $10 ideally, and definitely not breaking the $8.80 mark. Those are the ones you really don't want to see. But even now, it's still too dicey at the moment. There's just too much red. The last chart I'll actually show you in this video is actually the USDT chart. So this is a really good chart. I've actually shown this chart a few times, and this is a really good chart because if USDT dominance is up, it means they're selling out of their cryptocurrencies and they're putting it into a stable coin and showing weakness in the market, and they're just keeping it to the side. And so you can see this chart has basically gone all the way down and touched at 3.8%, and now it's starting to finally look like it wants to go up. So up in USDT dominance means that your crypto is probably going to go down, and unfortunately that's just the case. And so we can see basically going through this churn phase and starting to break out and go for higher highs, which hasn't really happened. So you can see basically here's your churn phase, breaks down, churn phase. It looks like this is going to go up, but it goes up very, very quickly and comes back down very quickly, breaks that churn phase. And now we're actually having a churn phase again, broke it, and now a bit more of a longer consolidation before the next move up. So I do expect crypto to go down, but we have to wait. Maybe support comes into the market, but for the time being, this is a bit of a down period. Right now, I still think the best trade is no trade at the moment, but it's just what the market is giving us right now. It's quite volatile at the moment. And once BTC breaks, or if it breaks that 58K or 60K region, I mean, expect big pain to come. One more chart actually is the BTC dominance. So I was looking at this, finally broke the 55% mark. And so you'll be looking for BTC dominance to potentially go down. So a lot of wait and sees at the moment, just some things I'm looking at. Again, very hard to say at the moment what's going to happen other than probably going to go down, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll link my last market update video. I think that one's done quite well, but let's have a look at it and let's have a wait and see. Until then, I'll catch you on the next